Welcome to Paripurna Academy. Good morning, students. Now I am going to discuss about metals and non-metals. From this periodical table, the naturally available elements are in the form of 92. From these 92 elements, 70 in the form of metals, 22 in the form of non-metals. How it will be classified? What are the position in the periodical table? Now look at the board. So from this periodical table, this is first group S block, alkali metals. This is second group, alkali earth metals. The name itself it is the metals. Suppose if you go to the P block, in P block there will be a 6 groups is there. From this 6 group, it is the elements classified into 3 types: metals, non-metals and semi-metals. How it is classified? Here there will be a boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, helium. Here there will be a neon. From this boron, the next one is here carbon, silicon. The next diagonal element, these 4 elements, and one more there will be a 3 elements. Totally there will be a 7 elements in the form of semi-metals or metalloids. From these above elements are in the form of non-metals. Below the elements in the form of metals. So mostly metals are present in the S block. If you go to the P block, there will be elements classified into non-metals, semi-metals and metals. And some more metals are present in the transition elements. Here there will be a transition metals and the inner transition elements have the metals. Now this is the position. Now look at the PPT. Here there will be a periodical table. S block, first 2 groups are in the form of metal. If you go to a P block, a green color non-metals and also the pink color is also the halogen groups, that is also in the form of non-metals. The diagonal relationship metalloids, below the elements in the form of metals. So Lavoisier here is classified the known elements into metals, non-metals and metalloids. Now we are going to what are the properties of metals. Metals are generally solid at room temperature except some of the metals. Look at mercury. Mercury at room temperature in the form of liquid. That's why it is used as a thermometers. And also gallium. Gallium also have very low melting point. Look at the PPT. Here there will be a gallium spoon is dissolving a hot water. It will becomes dissolved. So very low melting point having solid is a gallium. But there will be if you take a non-metals, non-metals have in the 3 physical state: solid, liquid and also the gaseous form. One of the important non-metal at the room temperature, it will in the form of liquid is nothing but a bromine. Bromine is the one of the non-metal present in liquid form at room temperature. Next one of the properties is hardness. Metals generally have very high hardness, but some of the metals have very soft. Example like sodium and potassium. In laboratory also the sodium, potassium is kept in the kerosene. These can be cut by using the knife. So very soft metals. Now look at, there will be a non-metals, particularly a diamond is very hard materials. So this is one of the exception cases. Suppose if you go to the hardness, hardness can be measured by using the Mohs scale. From this Mohs scale, the value becomes 1 to 10. A diamond have the very high hardness value from this Mohs scale. And also we are using the diamond knife to cut the glass. So these are the properties to enhance the what type of hardness present in the diamond. Next one is the luster, the shining of metals. Mostly gold, silver, platinum in the form of very shining. This can be very useful for preparing the ornaments. But non-metals is not lusters. Metals generally have very high density, that's why it does not float on the water or any other liquid surfaces. Non-metals have very low density. Melting point and boiling point is very high for the metals. Suppose if you take iron, it will be around 2000 degree centigrade for the temperature to melt the iron metals. Now look at non-metals usually have very low melting and boiling point, but there will be exception that is a graphite. Graphite is the one of the allotropy form of carbon. Graphite have very high melting point. That's why it is used as one of the lubricant in very high temperature machines. Now look at metals have the property of malleability. That means it can convert in the form of seeds. Mostly in olden days it will be used for the gold material. So gold is the one of the metal have very high malleable property, and in olden days it convert in the form of thin seeds. And also the metals can be used to prepare the wires. Mostly a very high conductivity having the metal is gold and silver, but these two metals are very costly now. So nowadays we are using the aluminum and the copper wires. Tensile strength. Metals have very high tensile strength. That's why it is used as a construction sites. If you take the construction sites, iron metal is used. So metals have very high tensile strength, but non-metals have very low tensile strength. Thermal conductivity. All the metals are conducting the heat. So that's why it is using the making a cooking materials. Electrical conductivity. All the metals to conduct the electricity. So nowadays we are using the copper wire and the aluminum wire. High conductivity power having metal is gold, but it is very costly. So these are all properties of metal. Now look at the definition of metal. The elements which are hard, luster, malleable, ductile and sonorous. Sonorous means it producing sound. Good conductor of heat and electricity are called as metals. Some of the examples are iron, copper, gold, silver and etc. Thank you, students.